Minnie Foxx, and you know I love to be in my kitchen. I love to invite you into my kitchen. But guess who dropped by to Las Vegas today? My dear friend, Larita Shelby. Earlier, we talked a little bit about the book and all of her wonderful accolades that she's doing in the world. But right now, we're going to talk about her entertainment career and where she started in television, film, theater, and radio. And we're going to eat a little bit while we do this.
I like that.
Yes, you like that?
Yeah, so, okay, since we're in the kitchen, we're talking about my entertainment side, then you got to call me by my other name.
Okay.
Jazzy Rita.
Uh-oh.
You didn't know that?
Jazzy Rita, I remember when Jazzy Rita did her first.
My first what? Jazz show?
Stage jazz show. I was there.
Which one? Was it at the Lucy Florence Coffee
It was at
House?
the Lucy Florence over near
in Leimert Park.
In Leimert Park,
in Los Angeles.
I was there. You were beautiful as you are right now. We had a lot of fun.
Goodness.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about real quick, because I always start out talking about what we cooked and what's in the kitchen.
Okay.
And where certain things came from.
All
so
right.
today in the kitchen we are talking about the phenomenal ways to do things like Bougie on the Budget, one of my other shows. Now, if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to cook a whole lot of food, Walmart is the place to go. So we're featuring Walmart today.
Don't we have to say it fancy? Walmart.
Walmart. Okay.
Walmart.
We're featuring Walmart today with rotisserie chicken, macaroni and cheese,
Get a shot of that. I mean,
zucchini.
How about this?
You know? Ooh. Oh my goodness, yes. So we also have our cherry tomatoes and our mozzarella as well. So we're just gonna move this over here.
Okay, am I in the way?
Going to your perfect, right where
I'm
you are.
sipping the wine here.
Don't move. Okay. And you all know I'm very fond of Lee. Mr. Lee is our liquor store here in Las Vegas. It looks like an Albertsons, like a Smith's. It's huge.
Yes.
And it's every wine and spirit that you can imagine he carries there.
Okay.
And he does these really funny commercials.
Okay.
But nonetheless, he carries the Gallo line.
Ernest and Julio
Gallo. I love them. This today we're featuring Sweet Red on the show. Cheers.
Cheers. Pinky out.
Now, Larita, many years ago, there was a movie came out that you starred in. I went to the movie theater, and I was sitting there in awe going, look at my Sista-Girls. She
slid my coaster, you all.
Yes, I slid the coaster
Y'all
over to
see
her.
that?
That's right.
I got it. So sorry, Jeff. Carry on.
That's okay, darling.
It's okay.
We were so excited. I remember taking a group of my friends with me to see South Central.
Oh my goodness.
And I was so excited. Go look at this, Larita. Because you had actually did the silver screen before I did. So tell us a little bit about your career on the silver screen. That's what we want to talk about right now.
Okay, well, great. As I said, and when I visited with you before, you know, I was born knowing who I was and what I wanted to do, but that was because of my mother. My mother was very, very ambitious, and I always say that hers was the dream deferred and mine was the dream realized. I have an amazing family who supported my dreams. So from day one, I was in school plays, and from school plays, I had an opportunity to be on local television, and then I followed my dreams to Los Angeles and started auditioning for television and film.
You white or dark, honey?
That's fine. Whatever's I'm on the plate. Whatever's on the plate.
Whatever's on the plate. Tell us a little bit about South Central. Let's take us right there.
Yeah, so that movie starred Glenn Plummer and Carl Lumbly, and the reason I said yes to it because it was a quote unquote hood movie, and not throwing shade at anybody's particular hood. But sometimes the movies that were made were just glorifying all the ills of the community and weren't providing a solution. And that wasn't my story, but I wanted to be a part of something that would outlast the negative stereotypes. So South Central had a message, and that message was to young men to get a spiritual life. First of all, learn some knowledge of yourself and of your history, and then emancipate yourself, go into your communities and save your own children.
Right. Yeah. So what about your role directly on South Central? We know a lot about the movie. We know a lot about the various characters.
Great.
And man, you had a chance to work with him. I loved him. But for what is being said is, what did you do? We want to know what you did.
Yeah, so I played OG Bobby Johnson's girl. And a memorable character. She fell in love very young did not have the best role models in her life, so she gravitated to, whatever guy was popular.
Okay.
And again, these are flawed characters. These people are mirroring people who deal with this in real life. And of course, Bobby succumbed to gang life and the consequences. But Bobby was able to get out of jail and to go and free his son. Carol's the name of my character. Unfortunately, we did not see her rehabilitate at the end of the movie, but I have hope. If the man got out and he got himself together and he was being the proper father to his child, I believe and hope and pray that in some ways that was something positive for her.
Yes, because at the end of the movie, he did get with his son.
Yes, he did.
Okay, but that wasn't the only movie that you did. You've done quite a few others. Can you tell us the names of those?
Am I supposed to talk or eat?
Yeah, you talk and eat at the same
But
time.
I don't eat cute, though.
That's the way, this is
So
television.
maybe I'll talk.
I don't know if we can edit all that out, but that's okay.
Mac and cheese. Lovely. Okay, wait, what was the question again?
The question was, tell us about the other 3 movies that you were in. I didn't know there were 3 more.
Well, there were a few. I mean, I got to work with the great Russell Crowe before he was Russell Crowe.
Okay.
You got to look for this one. This is a movie called No Way Back. And
No Way Back?
No Way Back.
Okay, what was another
starring
one?
Russell Crowe.
Starring Russell Crowe.
Okay, another one. We haven't had that many. I did. I had a small part in this movie that got cut out called Black Sheep. And then I did another movie called American Crude, and I played a roof cop, like a cop who runs up on the roof. And that one is a real small part, but it was a great opportunity. I got to play in a high-speed chase in downtown LA in the middle of the night, but we didn't shoot real guns because I played cops on TV, but I don't like things that go pop.
Oh my.
There it is.
Well, there goes her career as Detective Shelby, right?
Right.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your voice has always been on the airwaves. You worked with a lot of different radio shows and announcers, etc. But there was one particular opportunity you had in your career that today you are still with that particular gentleman who's taken the world by storm, and still today, Mr. Lee Bailey. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
So you're talking about Lee Bailey. Lee Bailey was really a maverick when it came to radio syndication, especially syndication for urban audiences. So for many years, I was a voice and a producer on Radioscope, the entertainment magazine of the air. And for 7 years, what people do not know is that Radioscope was sort of like an Entertainment Tonight of black radio. But for 7 years, segments of that program was heard on my show in 57 countries worldwide, courtesy of the Armed Forces TV and Radio Services Network. So when both of those shows went off the air, the internet was really emerging as a place for just entertainment and news. And so Mr. Bailey founded EURweb.com, the Electronic Urban Report, and I'm still a journalist and in charge of digital media marketing and sales for the Electronic Urban Report. How about
Well, the
that?
Urban Report and the Urban Web were together, so to speak, and they were doing some PR there, and Miss Eugenia Wright was very much involved in that, and she was the very first publicist that allowed the world to know who I was and what I was doing, and she continued to follow my career. Rest in peace. We loved Eugenia, and she was an amazing publicist for many artists in Los Angeles and abroad. Now, Larita, it is no secret that you love jazz and that you have been singing. We've oftentimes been mirror images of one another. I love the jazz circle too. So when we come back from this break, we're going to talk about Larita Shelby singing Simply Sweet.
Ooh.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Destiny's Child. We're Destiny's Child. I'm Beyonce. And this is Kelly, and this is... I'm Michelle. We're here to send our love to the troops overseas. Come home safe. Did I say you could speak? Did I say you could speak again? Get your ass on up and out. Go on, step.
And now, a world premiere video from Destiny's Child.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Commercial shoots done. They just
some of my best friends to come out and help me make this album. Who the hell are you?
Randy, we're Destiny's Child. You asked us to help you on this album for America?
Oh, yeah, you're the girls I fantasize about in the bathtub. You're bootylicious. And that is why I love America. Hey, that was a great job, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Y'all very talented. And uh-oh, here comes another one. USA, all the way.
There wasn't one good summer movie. Someone put another bullet in me. Gonna stay away from this marquee. Gonna stick with my man TV.
Coming this fall, ABC is proud to present The Heave Boat.
Come on aboard and
The Heave Boat, splashing your way this fall on ABC.
Okay, so we're bringing back the Minnie Foxx talk show. We're in the kitchen today with Larita Shelby, visiting me from Los Angeles, right here in Las Vegas. Now, what's really cool about this particular woman, not only is she an entrepreneur, she's a mother, she is an entertainer, and we left off talking about her simply singing sweet. So tell us a little bit about your jazz moments.
Okay, yes. So here's the thing. I know that I heard music in the womb because my mother was a gospel musician. Mm-hmm. And I just don't know where jazz came from. When I was a little girl in Washington, D.C., in the 7th grade at Rabault Junior High, my teacher introduced us to jazz. Mm-hmm. And I just remember the feeling that I got when I heard those blue notes, those minor thirds and those minor sevenths. But it wasn't until years later that I really, really owned that. I believe that my true calling in music is in jazz. So way back about 10 years or so ago, I started writing and composing with one of my high school buddies from Memphis, Tennessee. And we came up with that first album, A Date with a Song. And you know, when we were driving up to Vegas today, I told my boyfriend, I said, well, how do you work this Pandora thing? And I put my name in, and I'm on Pandora under Rita Shelby. And you can find my jazz music on YouTube under Rita Shelby or Jazzy Rita Shelby. Yeah. So I go by Rita. See, my Aunt Rita named me, but thank God she didn't name me Larita, because like that just has no flavor. Even though she was a totally cool lady.
How do you feel about a namesake? Do you think that a name brand is important? You know, in one of our shows, you spoke about the name brand and standing by your brand.
Yes.
But when your name can oftentimes stereotype you before you have an opportunity to be what you want to be, do you feel that a person's namesake makes a difference? Like if a person was to hear Shanika or Shaquan or John and Mary, does it necessarily mean that Shanika and Shaquan were black and John and Mary were white? Does it mean that?
I mean, that's an interesting question over this delicious macaroni and cheese and roasted chicken from Le Walmart. But here's let me answer it this way. Because my pathway has been a little different. When I wasn't acting, I was working in radio. When I wasn't working in radio, I was writing. So I've got to really sit on all seats in a conference table. So in thinking of that and reviewing that, for many times, brands, they have teams and they go back into the drawing board, and say, does this work? Does this name work? If it doesn't, then try something else. I mean, look at Sean Puffy Combs has been Sean Combs, he's been Puffy, he's been Diddy, he's been a lot of things. So you got to test the marketplace. If your audience is not engaging with you for a certain name, or if that name brings about consequences or stereotypes that you're not comfortable with, then try something else. It's okay. I believe in just being authentic. Okay. And sometimes you have to authentically make a change.
Okay. So making a change in the world, Larita is actually doing that. A many-fold for many years.
I guess. Okay.
Inspiring, motivating, educating wherever she goes. The singer, the actress, the model, the motivational speaker. And Larita, what is one of your favorite jazz artists while we're talking about music? I happen to love Nancy Wilson.
I love, of course, the greats. You know, the usual suspects, Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald. And but sometimes when I'm performing, people will throw out names that I never really heard of. Anita O'Day. And I'm like, well, who is that? I found out about her. One of the lesser known, but well beloved by me, is Vanessa Rubin and Carmen Lundy. They're some of the new jacks, meaning that they've emerged in the last, 15 or 20 years. They're not as well known as the Nancy Wilsons of the world.
Okay, so what's your favorite?
So my absolute favorite, I would say, would be Vanessa Rubin.
Have you ever done any of her music?
And Carmen Lundy.
Have you done any of their music?
No, I have not. I actually have not.
Okay, can we hear a little bit of what you have done?
Okay,
Just
sure.
a note or two?
Okay, yeah. So, and the thing about jazz and blues, they're close cousins. Here's a song I wrote. I can't say because we have an audience that's not on camera, but you know how when you suspect something and then that suspicion is proven true? So I wrote a little song called This Is Where I Draw the Line. This is where I change my mind. Though you say she's just a friend, she's been sleeping where I've been, acting like you're next of kin. Though you keep me hanging on, same old story, same old song. Once again I must remind, please review my exit sign. This is where I draw the line.
Well, I would like to know, if the line is blue, then what does that mean to you? If the line was green, does that simply mean we can sing?
Go ahead, Minnie Foxx. See how much my friends are so talented. They're so fab. I'm on your show, but let me just love and adoration. You got it, girl. You got it.
I have to say again that I was there when you did your very first show, your debut show, and I was so very proud of you, as I was with your first book that you wrote, Dictations, as I was with you being a mom and raising your son, as I was with you right now today.
Oh, thank you so much.
I thank you so much for coming on the show. I hope that Walmart has treated us nice. Now, let's not get this twisted.
Great.
Even though the tomatoes and the mozzarella is here, got it at Walmart, but I put it together.
That's
Walmart
right.
did the rotisserie chicken. This is the fabulous zucchini blend and our macaroni and cheese. And what you didn't see over here is that we have the orange cranberry cake, which is absolutely delicious.
Oh, darling, I believe I'll have to take some of that home, Minnie. It's truly lovely. Oh, I'm sorry.
Truly lovely, darling. All right, so we're bringing it to an end now. I'm so grateful that you took time to come into the kitchen. Now, I love all your recipes that you send in, so keep sending those recipes. You want to come on the show, contact us on the mfts, Minnie Foxx Talk Show at gmail.com, Minnie Foxx Talk Show at .com. Now, we're going to sign off here, having some fun. Remember, entertainment, business, beauty, fashion, sports, it's for you. Viva Las Vegas, baby.
And my apron is by Ronnie's, acoustically speaking, Farm to Table. Something like that. I forgot to say.
Okay, so she giving a shout out, so I got to say I wore it too.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. Take care.